Hello everyone, my name is Matt Rhoda. This video is going to cover what I call the first 30 minutes. That's getting set up and learning how to run some drills. Now, before we actually get started with the hardware portion, there's two components we need to take care of first. The first is downloading the app from the App Store. Make sure your iPad is on iOS 13 or higher, the software version, otherwise you won't be able to find it. But go to the App Store, search for Reflexion Neuro, and it should pop right up for you. The second thing is creating your login for the app. Now, you should have received an email as part of the onboarding sequence that invites you to create a username and password. If you ever forget that, you also have reflection.co/forgotpassword as a resource there. But using this app, that's going to manage the Reflection service. So that's basically everything in terms of running drills, managing athletes, viewing leaderboards, all of that kind of stuff. Now it's time for the actual setup of the Edge and unboxing, the exciting part. Start by reaching your hands into the slots to remove the Edge as a unit and then place it onto the ground. Unfold it so it extends out fully and then snap the hinges into place. Lay it glass side down. You will see also the wires that run across the back of it. That indicates the bottom of the Edge, and that's just something to note. Now we need to get the mounting bracket onto the back. You'll see that it fits into these grooves and then slides upward, so the lever locks into place and can't be removed. Before we get the Edge actually standing, we need to first take care of a piece for the tripod. So this is what you would have received in the mail, but we actually don't use this metal piece that came as part of it. Instead, inside of the Pelican case, you'll find a custom black tube. And this is how we use the off-the-shelf tripod and get it onto our custom mounting bracket for the Edge itself. Very simple though. What you need to do is unscrew the metal bits on each side here, lower the tube into the tripod so the bottom holes will align, and then screw the metal pieces back into place. Once you're done with that, just pull out the plastic insert and you're good. From there, lift the Edge. You can do it with one person, but it might be easier to start with two just to get familiar as to how it works. But get it onto the tripod, locked into place, and use this green pin to secure it. So a great thing about the tripod is that it's spring-loaded, but because of that, sometimes this might happen. You let it get a little bit too loose, it sends itself way up, and then you're gonna have quite a hard time getting it down. So big spring makes it easy for raising and lowering the Edge when it's on it, but if it happens, just put a lot of weight into it, retighten it, you should be fine. All right, so the Edge is now set up. That's great. Now, I'm sure you're excited to get started, but we need to first explain what happens once you plug it in. So you're gonna see our Reflection logo here. That just means it's booted up, it's started, and that's great. Once that goes away after a couple seconds, you will see this pulsing green circle. That's our pairing screen. So once you see that, as long as you log into the iPad app, you should immediately get a pop-up asking you to pair. Once you've done that, just hit pair and you're good to go and you are ready to run drills. So speaking of, I'm sure you're excited at this point to actually try some drills. We can use Freestyle to be able to do that. It's the play button on the bottom menu bar of the app, and then you'll see a list of icons that are all of our drills. You can start with Big G, the one in the upper left. It's a great one. The way you start though is standing up to the Edge and touching the two boxes together. That's your wingspan. And then the drill will start automatically. This one's great, it's whack-a-mole, one at a time. So try it out and just see how it goes. You've gotten your feet wet, trying out a couple different drills, that's great, but Freestyle is not how you should usually be running drills. Freestyle purposefully doesn't record any kind of results or data, and you and your users are gonna want to be able to track results, view leaderboards, things like that, for which you're actually going to need a user profile. So let's look at that. To start, we need to first actually make a team. So think of teams like folders. You can have it however you want, whether that be varsity sports, vestibular patients, family. I'm just gonna create varsity here. Then once you're within a team, hit the same plus button in the upper right and then click Add Athlete. You do have an option to use a code there, but for this case, let's just make a first name, last name, and your date of birth. All right, bam, your account's now just created. So if I jump into John Smith here, first thing you need to do, very important, lawyer up, agree to the terms and services. Okay, once you've done that, now you actually calibrate your wingspan. The way that works is you hit calibrate, then you're going to want to stand around 12 to 24 inches away from the edge. Reach out with your arms on each side while swiping up and down. Touch those 2 boxes, and then bam. Now the edge actually knows your wingspan and is going to scale the drills to your own ability there. With your athlete created, now we're in the meat and potatoes of reflection. So to be able to actually run drills that you have different parameters for, looking at your actual account here, click the button in the upper left-hand corner that says New Set. Then from there, hit Create Custom Set in the bottom left corner. This is where you see the list of drills we have, as well as your ability to customize them. So you can create sets, which are multiple drills run in a row, one after another. But if I were to go in here and say, all right, let's take a look at Minefield, I want to customize that. I want to change the difficulty to medium. And then I'm gonna run a Pursue drill right after that. So assign those, hit Assign. Now you see it pop up right here, Start Set, and pops up right on the edge, and you're ready to start running drills. So this is where you should just try out a bunch of different parameters, a bunch of different drills to really get familiar with how these work and the different types of cognitive functions that they're looking at. So this is everything we wanted to show you today, but it's by no means a comprehensive picture of all the things you can do with the Reflection service. Like I mentioned, this was about the first 30 minutes of getting set up. Before we end though, there is one additional thing I want to show, and that's what a full account actually looks like filled in. So to do that, I figured why not show my Reflection account and we can take a look at that. Right on schedule. All right, let's take a look. So here's an overview of my account, just to give you a quick gist. You can see today's sets up here at the top. Those are drills waiting to be run. Go ahead and swipe to delete them. Then you got personal bests. We want you to be competitive, so those are front and center. But then as you scroll down, now you can actually see old drills and how you've performed in the past, clicking through. And that's of course gonna be very valuable to watch those kinds of changes. So anyways, that covers everything. I hope this video has been helpful, but for now, just play around with the different drills and settings, become more comfortable. Of course, if you have questions, feel free to reach out. But that's all for now. Happy testing and good luck, everyone. Thank you.